Hi, I'm Max Wolf, and this is 6 Minutes. Today, we're going to be interviewing Bishop Castor, a strong advocate to abolish the death penalty. We also will be getting an exclusive look at a prison that has death row inmates and even get to see an execution. We'll also be interviewing the local community to see how they feel about the death penalty. Today, I'm here with Bishop Castor, a strong advocate to abolish the death penalty. So, Bishop, why do you feel that we should abolish the death penalty?
Well, Max, I feel that there's a lot of factors that determine whether or not a person's innocent, and there's a lot of mistakes that the criminal justice system kind of overlook. For example, eyewitness misidentification, unvalidated or improper forensics, false confessions, forensic science misconduct, government misconduct, informants, and bad lawyering.
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I do agree with that. Do you know of any trials that have been overturned recently?
Not on the top of my head, Max, but one thing that I feel people should think about is, suppose someone was tried for rape or murder, and they were innocent, and yet they have strong evidence, supposedly, that they're proven guilty. They will plead guilty just for the reason that they will not get put to death, but they could be innocent and plead not guilty and be put to death. That's just one example where people be wrongfully convicted.
I see that. Now, do you feel that a child rapist or a serial killer, he should not be put to death?
Well, I believe everybody gets a second chance. People make mistakes in life, and I feel if they're not put in normal society again to try one more time, then I feel it's totally pointless.
Thank you. We're here with Jason, who was convicted of murder and sentenced to death 10 years ago. Jason claims that he is innocent and wants to talk about his story and get an opinion of the public's eye. So, Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about your story and your side of the story?
I'm innocent. I'm totally innocent. Freddie took my mask. It was an eyewitness misidentification. Just like the case of Ronald Cotton, when Mrs. Thompson falsely accused him in an eyewitness account for raping her, figuring out 10 years later due to DNA identification that he was proven innocent. I'm so mad, I'm going to kill Freddie.
It's okay. Jason, calm down. Calm down, Jason. It's okay, Jason. We better get out of here. We're here about to witness the execution of Ahmed, performed by Dr. Kevorkian.
All pleas for clemency are denied. The execution order stands.
Hi, today we're back with Bishop Castor, and he's here to talk about how the family members of the victims of murder feel about the death penalty and their stance on it.
A recent CNN perspective examined the views of those they called the most unlikely opponents of the death penalty, people who lost loved ones to unspeakable violence, yet believe executing the killer will do nothing for the family members or society. For example, Ross Byrd, the son of James Byrd Jr., who was dragged to his death behind a truck in Texas by Lawrence Brewer, nevertheless objected to Brewer's execution, saying, "You can't fight murder with murder." In Mississippi, the mother and siblings of James Anderson asked for his killer's life to be spared. In a letter to the district attorney, Barbara Anderson Young, Anderson's sister, cited the family's faith as one of the reasons why they opposed the capital punishment. And Cherisy Coleman, whose brother Russell was shot in a liquor store in Shreveport, Louisiana, pointed to the fallibility of the system, the criminal justice system, she said, is created by and conducted by humans. As long as we are capable of making mistakes, we shouldn't be deciding who lives and dies. Her views did not stem from the sympathy for a defendant. My opposition to the death penalty has nothing to do with Bobby Lee Hampton, she said. He is a bad dude. He's never going to be a good dude. If I got a call that Bobby Lee Hampton dropped dead in his cell last night, I don't think it will create a ripple in my pond. But I will not let Bobby Lee Hampton make me a victim, too, by taking me down that road of bitterness and revenge.
Today, I'm here with a local resident of New Hope, Solebury, to ask him about his stance on the death penalty. So, sir, how do you feel about the death penalty?
I think the death penalty is an important and good thing in America as it deters violent crime.
Do you feel that people do not deserve a second chance?
I think if someone's given the death penalty for a heinous act, they've probably had that second chance, and no, I don't think they do if they go to that extreme.
What about all the trials that have been overturned from witness misidentification, bad lawyering, invalid forensics, things like that?
I think our justice system is working, and that proves it. If things are overturned, these people are not put to death, mistakes are made, and they're corrected.
But when you put someone to death, there's no chance for them to be set free again if there was a corruption in the trial.
I don't think that. I think with all the stopgaps today, that really doesn't happen. And by the time someone is put to death, especially today with DNA evidence, it is pretty cut and dry that they were responsible for that heinous act. And it is a great deterrent, so I am a proponent of the death penalty.
Thanks for tuning into this week's special edition on the death penalty. Next week, I'll be interviewing Robert Jenkins on the legalization of marijuana. Thanks for watching. I'm Max Wolf. See you again on 6 Minutes. I'm signing out.